Can I? Dope. Okay. Showtime! Let's go! Alright. Hey, what's up, chat? This is your boy, Fall on My Blade, when we are about to get this shit set off for the TideBreaker All Black Everything show. Alright? I am your boy, Fall on My Blade. I already said that. So I'm gonna pass the mic over to my homie Foxy. Introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, it's Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, also known as your favorite Fox Philly's finest, and I am happy to reprise my role, finally, as Kana Alva, the monstrous rage, who's happy to be back, and lucky to be with you all. Moving it on across to my lovely co-conspirator.
Who would this be me?
Yeah.
Because if so, hi. My name is Sinziak, the very soft teddy bear filled with sticks of dynamite. Happy to be here as Sendo, but goes by the nickname Schema, and happy to be here with everybody too.
Fabulous. And we are going to continue on without our homeboy ES, who is currently chilling in Seattle right now. But shout out to ES. He's playing, well, actually, CJ is playing ES. Right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah,
You got
initials and shit.
Nailed it.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
Scholastic Dragon. Spell it without the O if you want to follow them on Twitter. You know what I mean? Good content. But anyway, we're gonna take off with a little recap of what we've done since it's been a minute since we've been back on since we've been live. Like life has been lifing.
Yeah.
Life been lifing in bold and italics and shit. You know what I mean? Like we've been everybody been going through some shit lately. But yeah, we ain't gonna let it stop today. It's showtime, baby. All right, but that said, so last we left off, we met our sniper friend, who when I go back through my notes, I will remember their name. But Kana was Abigail. Yeah. And now I have to remember the accent. Matt Mercer, I am not. But yeah, so we met Abigail. Abigail took some pot shots at Sendo when Sendo was trying to rescue Kana with ES's help. ES and Chip had a little get together, and Chip confessed some feelings to our friend ES. So canonically speaking, they are currently resolving those feelings one way or another, and we'll find out what happened when ES gets back. Kana's mother made an appearance. She did a little Hulk smash on some of the bad guys, and then she dipped, leaving Sendo and crew in a state of utter bewilderment. And then we found that Adams was watching the whole time with Chip, and they brought them back and they talked about the mission, and our friend Joe from Cup of Joe gave us coffee, as Joe likes to do, and they are now getting ready to brief the team about Kana's mother and how they're all connected to the events that led up to our story as is. But we have some things that are going on the side, because our friend Sendo has some particularly powerful feelings about Kana and their actions as of late, and moving right after the debriefing from the previous episode, I think that we're going to open up with the two of them bumping into each other. So I'm gonna let you take that away, Sen. So you found Kana. Where did you end up bumping into them at?
You know something? I would probably have like a cup of something from Joe's to give to Kana.
I do like cups of things. Especially when I can drink those things. Or eat them, I guess.
I do not know how long Kana has been unconscious.
I sleep a lot.
Because I know that they, well, I know that they brought him here and he was unconscious still. He was unconscious, but we found him in the sawmill. So it's definitely one of those days have gone by. I've checked the monitors and come back. I've asked the doctors about things and come back. And it's just like, I make a point of it stopping by for at least an hour a day until he recovers.
Very sweet.
I've been knocked the fuck out for a couple of days.
I am absolutely not there when he wakes up, though.
Well, then, yeah, you probably catch him doing something ridiculous, like hanging off the side of his bed and kind of like staring at the ceiling, throwing a small ball at it repeatedly. Oh! Hey, you!
If you're hanging it from the ceiling, are you throwing the ball at the floor and catching it up?
Nope. I am throwing it up, bouncing off the ceiling, and catching it back in my hand.
While hanging from the ceiling?
No, I don't think he's on the ceiling.
No, I'm hanging off the bed.
Oh, I thought you were like a bat.
Nah. That's too much effort. I haven't eaten yet.
You're like fucking like on the ceiling with your little coffee.
Nah, that's too much effort. I haven't eaten yet.
Oh my god. Jeez. Sheesh.
The boy can sleep.
I was asleep? How long?
It's been a few days.
People don't usually sleep for days, yeah?
A week.
Some people do. Most people don't.
Huh. Must have been real hungry. My bad.
I got you some stuff from Joe's if you would like some.
He will immediately grab it like the gremlin he is and scarf it.
Do you know where we are right now?
Nope.
Okay. So, well, we're safe. That's the important thing. Right. So a lot of things have happened since the docks. I think that was the last time I saw you awake. So, well, after the docks, you
Connor will pat the side of his bed several times. Sit first, then talk.
All right. Kind of a seat. Well, you got kidnapped.
Oh, what?
Along with every single one of ES's students.
Well, who would do that? And why?
I would love to know. So, well, me and the ES came to get you, and everyone else. It was a wild adventure. We ended up firing. Actually, this is a question to the DM. Do we have one of those? Like, do we have a sample of any of those bullets that were fired lying around anywhere?
Yeah. You've been basically molding them into your arm.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, if I have any of those bullets on me, I just pull one out. We ran into somebody who ended up firing several of these, and I just put one of these bullets down. It is a nice sizable bullet. Like, you know how you expect, like, when someone says a bullet, you expect something like a small bullet out of a revolver. This bullet is at least, like, what, a foot long?
That's a cannon shell, then. It's an artillery round is what it is. That's not a bullet. That's a mortar, I believe. That is a WMD.
That is a thing that some dude by the name of Abigail decided to fire at several of us, and
it's designed to kill Kaiju, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah, you look at it, and actually, Foxy, give me an intuition roll.
Shit. I don't have a lot of dice in that. but
The result will be hilarious either way.
Here goes. I got 2 successes.
Yeah, cool. That's enough. So you know that it's definitely not a motor of any form. It's more of like a giant harpoon.
Huh.
Kind of like a spear with rifling.
Someone's catching real big fish.
They almost caught me with that a couple of times. I am still kind of learning how my powers work, but not necessarily all of the cool stuff like making distractions that are appropriately placed.
Who?
Where
are
show
they?
him
Did
the
they
new
hurt
trick
you?
that you learned?
Huh?
Do you show him the new trick that you learned?
Oh, do you mean my arm gun?
Yeah, your whole Mega Man thing.
Oh, no, I haven't. No, not yet anyway. Like, we can't tell them the fun part yet, but
Okay.
you were saying, Kata?
Who shot at you? What? Are you okay? Did they hurt you?
Well, I am fine. But I did manage to at least collect parts of the gun and do something really cool with it. And I activate the glyph.
What?
I figured, like, doing long range stuff is kind of my thing, so maybe I should learn some stuff. So now I have this thing.
Huh.
Like, my whole, like, I'm, like, it's like Barrett, but smoother. So, and
stare at it for several seconds and just, Yep. No idea how this works.
And then I touch the glyph and it kind of folds back into like my arm at a normal size.
Wow.
So I have learned that I can merge things. It's very interesting. It's a lot of fun. But I also found out when I got back here and started asking a whole bunch of questions that you are on a mission to have some pretty strong words with your mom.
That's a way to put it. Can I ask you a question then?
You can ask several.
I'll start with one. Why do I smell her on you?
Well, because I met her.
You met my mom? And you're alive?
Yeah. When we got to the sawmill, you were surrounded by guards, people with weapons and guns, and at the moment that things were going to be as bad as they could possibly be, as myself and ES were outnumbered, the students were bound and also put in a room with a large bomb, and you were unconscious in the middle of the room. Your mom broke through the ceiling, and let's just say she did what any mother would do for her children.
You know I don't like fighting, right? But if you're lying to me right now, I'll kill you.
Anna, if you can smell your mom on me, know that you can smell a lie if you heard.
Then
She held me in her arms. She could have crushed the life out of me if she wanted to. And instead, asked me if I was your friend. If yes, was your friend.
She talked?
As well as Kaiju can. And she asked me to take care of you. She asked all of us to. I know that you mentioned killing me earlier, but it might not be because I lied. It will be because if you go to kill her, I'm going to have to stop you.
I can't let her suffer like that.
Well, maybe you should ask her how she feels before you do that. And that is what I've been working on for the last few days.
A what?
A way to talk to Kaiju.
Huh. What? How? And you want to use that on my mom?
To start, I suppose.
Well, I...
What I believe is that maybe you think she's suffering, and maybe you think that she is just some mindless monster out there raging and destroying things. But what she is a mother who, when her baby was in danger, made sure that there was not one. And for what it's worth, I think you two should talk about that and maybe some other things. So,
I don't know if I'm ready to.
okay.
I'm scared.
Well, your mom's a pretty powerful creature. I can understand that.
She's always been strong. It's not about that. It's about what I've done since I've lost her. I don't know if I can face her with all the bodies behind me.
For better or for worse. I don't think those will be the last ones, but at least the next ones will be for better reason. Maybe, anyway. Also, do you really think she cares?
I don't know. Plenty of people I thought wouldn't care did. Plenty of people I thought would care didn't. You can never tell.
I guess we're gonna have to find out.
Yeah. I guess we will. Where is she now?
Well, considering we've had like a handful of people who just there is like an edge of sarcasm at this point. It's like there is a smile here, but you know there's also some sass behind the statement he's about to say. There are some people who have I don't know, but there are some people who have been watching from what seems like miles away with everything going on. So they might. Maybe I should ask Adams. Actually, Adams, I know you're listening right now. Why don't you just come into the room at your earliest convenience and let us know if you have any intel?
The panel slides back behind you, behind Fatsy's bed, and reveals that there is a little hallway that kind of connects the rooms together, and then like you can see like the light pouring down the end of the hallway, where like you immediately go, "Motherfucker has tunnels in the goddamn hospital." And then he pops out, and he's holding his cup of Joe's, and goes, "Yes. How did you know that I was in here, though?"
Do I know this person?
"I believe we have met once, Kana."
I don't remember your smell.
Hey,
"That is on
do you remember-
purpose."
Do you remember when we all kind of met at the dojo and this one person was just like, hey, we should probably have an aside and not in the open? That would be this person.
Ah. Yeah. I don't like you very much.
"It's fine. You had commented on my smell before, too. Couldn't pick me up, you said."
I don't trust people I can't smell.
"Should I wear cologne if that make you more comfortable?"
Cologne smells icky.
"Deodorant.
What's that?
New invention. We'll explain later." "Where I'm from, it's very common and very tragically underused."
So,
Also, Harbinger.
so, what's Tunnel Guy want?
"My name is Adams."
Tunnel Guy, what do you want?
Adams breaks his composure for the first time ever.
Adams, I don't know if this is an argument that you want to have.
"Motherfucker."
Kana cocks his head. What's the problem, Tunnel Guy? You upset, Tunnel Guy? What's wrong with Tunnel Guy?
Of all of the things that could be associated with me.
The best thing is, Kana's so fucking dumb you can't tell if he's like being a smartass or just this stupid. It could be either one.
Like this is the one that sticks. A career spanning decades, and I've been reduced to a tunnel. Well, at least I'm not a tunnel rat.
Do you come out of tunnels?
Yes,
Are you a guy?
some days.
Tunnel Guy. Or Tunnel Girl when you want to be.
I would prefer neither. Tunnel folk. Can we meet in the middle?
Okay.
Okay, subterranean denizen, do you have any information about where Kana's mom might be? In
God
this
damn it.
Tunnel shade. Yes. That sounds... That sounds intimidating enough.
All right,
Has a
names
certain
later.
mystique to it.
Where's my mom?
Your mother is a lot harder to track than most things in this world are. She moves very fast. Doesn't stay in places for too long. If she wasn't, say, the size of a small building, she would make a great operative. Last she was seen, she was with Sendo. And then she was in the sky. We do not know where she's landed yet.
How long would it take you to find out?
The moment we hear the report of screams.
Ah.
She doesn't eat the innocent, that's the thing. She's only been hunting cultists.
And save your time. I'll find her myself.
I'm going to go with you. You are aware of that, yes?
Before you go, we may have some things that'll help make your search a little faster. Do you know of Professor Rashim?
Yeah, I know him.
Well, he's taken a great interest in your progress, Kana.
Progress?
Yes, you've grown quite a bit in a short time.
What's he want with me?
To talk.
I'm not really super good at talking.
That's okay. And then he pauses for a moment to gather the words. Because, like, even you have the sense where, like, he's being very careful about how he talks about Rashim.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that he can do enough talking for both of you.
Well, alrighty. I guess I'll go talk to him, but this better not take long.
Time, some say, is of the essence. For Rashim, it's a plaything.
I don't know what that means.
Neither do we, and that's why he needs you.
Well, looking over
Why
at
didn't
Sendo.
he just? Why didn't he just send a message? Weirdo. Anyway, take one of the hands of Kana. So I guess we're going on a stroll.
Fabulous. If you just step through the wall, please.
Into a tunnel.
Into a hallway that is divided between the hospital corridors, yes.
Kind of leans over. It's a tunnel.
I just follow. I follow Kana into the tunnel.
Next time I do this, I'm sending Chip. Where is Chip, by the way?
Oh, I'd love some chips right now.
Camera cuts away to Chip and ES talking and going, "Does your ear itch?" Actually, yeah, a little bit. Huh. You know, I feel like I should probably be getting back to work, but... no. Too much fun. Camera cuts back to you guys. And... before the camera cuts back, I think we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. And we'll be back in a little bit.
Cool.
So stay tuned.
Don't touch that dial of that browser and other various things I say when I go to intermission. Be back message.
All right, so we're back with TideBreaker, all black everything. And where we left off, Adams was leading the crew to meet Professor Rashim. And having some sort of existential crisis based on his name, because Adams, the more we meet him, the more we learn that he's actually kind of goofy. Behind that noir kind of inspired, um, oh god, what is the word? I can't English. Like mystique. Yeah, this vibe.
Yeah.
The vibe that he tries to play off.
I mean, you said noir, which is kind of like already like a thing you kind of. I think that makes sense. You know, that's enough.
Yeah. Like, let's say like veneer. There's a word for it though.
Facade.
Like aesthetic.
Aesthetic, facade, one of those words.
Yeah, something like that. We'll figure it out later. Anyway, back to the scene. So, yes, through this hallway, we'll just take a right here, and then as you walk down the hallway, you see that it's basically completely lined up with little pipes. Very, very familiar to you if you've ever been in like a maintenance shaft or anything of that like, with all of the little bells and whistles and exposed like cogs that you would come to expect from this kind of a place that keeps all the AC and their electricity and stuff going. Little couple of spell crystals here and there are wired up to the staffs and they're like the routing platforms or whatever, to keep the rituals going and so on and so forth, right? But that starts to change as you get further down the hallway. The gears, the pipes, the steam, the magic crystals, they start being replaced as you go along with copper, but they're like wires. It's like little pieces of string to you, right? And the browns and the grays and like the greens and yellows of the crystals are being replaced with more like whites and like very kind of like almost monochrome kind of paint and glass instead of just open holes kind of like jutted into the walls. And it seems very unfamiliar. What are you thinking?
This place makes me feel weird. Like I haven't eaten, but like worse.
Yeah, and as you continue to go on, there's little boxes with like almost like a gun barrel on the end with a little reflective glass and a red light on the side. They turn and it's almost like they're looking at you.
The boxes turn like they're looking at us.
Mm-hmm. They're mounted on like a little mechanical arm, kind of.
You know, Adams, I haven't asked a lot of questions here, but how long have you been working on this?
Like I said to Rashim, time is but a plaything. And that includes the lifespans of the people that he employs.
Do you work for him?
I do. And he for us. It's the kind of man that he is. He continues to walk forward.
Well, time being a plaything, how long have you been playing this particular game?
With you? A few weeks.
I'm guessing with Dr. Rashim, it would be more like years.
I do not think this particular era has the words to describe how long I've been working with him.
Well then,
Where we are from, we do have a word. Millennia.
Bless you.
Thank you. It is a blessing to be working with the good doctor.
Oh, I thought you sneezed. I'm sorry.
I assume it has to, would have to be a pretty good employer for you to spend that much time working for him. What kind of insurance do you have?
My insurance is the doctor's word that everything will be taken care of.
Well, I mean, I suppose so. That and the fact that you have been alive for millennia. You know what?
Make an intuition roll.
An intuition roll?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is the success number?
4+.
Okay, one of these was a 4.
Oh.
So what's the number?
So we got a 4 in this set of rolls.
Okay.
Do you just need to know the highest one or all of them?
All of them combined.
Oh, like
He's asking how many 4+ you've rolled.
oh, okay. I have rolled 1 4.
Okay, that's enough. You recall that just seconds ago he told you that your culture does not have the word. This particular place hasn't been around long enough for a word like millennium to actually need to be used. And he looks at you and notices the involuntary facial expression when that thought crosses your head. Yes, millennium. 1,000+ years. I've worked several of those.
You don't look that old.
This plane has been here for perhaps half of that. A few centuries, at best. And no, I'm not that old. Not this time, anyway.
Okay, my head hurts now.
You'll get used to it, I promise you. Anyway.
How long till we meet this doc?
Oh, about a few more feet.
Yeah.
He says that as you start to continue down the hallway, and you notice that there's little black windows, but some of them have pictures on them, and they're moving. One of them shows you, Adams, and Sendo walking along the hallway in a side view.
It's from the boxes.
Make that intuition check.
Oh. 1 success.
Yeah. You notice that if you were looking at the bots and you were there, it would be from the bots' perspective.
I figured the boxes were cameras, so I was kind of hoping I was right about that one. I was more of
absolutely.
Translating player knowledge into character knowledge.
Yeah, but does Kana know that is where we were getting at. And yeah, even Kana figured that out.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was kind of saying it.
Yeah.
He's not the dumbest being, just close to it.
Well, it's not that you're dumb. It's that you live in a steampunk universe. Mounted cameras.
Kana's getting poshy.
Yeah.
See?
Mounted cameras would be even beyond Sendo's knowledge.
He gets stuff. He's figuring it out eventually.
Which is why I was just like, oh yeah, the TVs and cameras and things. This is weird to you guys.
So we're just like down the hall looking at all of this stuff, and I'm like, I'm guessing that is where you have the time to develop whatever this stuff is. We're talking about the stuff that we can actually see, like television screens and things.
Mm-hmm.
What are
Awesome.
those?
Screens
Oh, what?
and security.
Okay, I know one of two of those words.
Yes. Well, the screen, it's glass. There's reflective imaging technology that shoots back light with thousands and thousands of little things that we call pixels, which are just little squares of color that if you match them all up together, it creates an image. And that image keeps bouncing back and forth over thousands and thousands of a second to create what is known as animation, which is giving you the effect of the pictures moving. And this is all done in real time, faster than any human could ever process it.
Okay, so this sounds a bit like, I don't know, thousands and thousands of lasers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, so if I can make a laser, maybe I can make this.
You definitely could. First, maybe we will discuss flash photography first.
A what?
Oh, that, yes. It's a little bit of powders, light them up, it captures an image.
I'm sure this all seems real cool to you nerds, but where's the doctor?
Behind this door.
Well, then why are we waiting?
Because
Yes.
I'm a nerd.
Okay. No need to knock. I'll open the door for you. You notice there's a little square on the side of the door frame. It's got like a little black plane that's kind of indented inward, and then another tiny screen on the side of it. It's a white screen, and Adams puts his finger on it, like, boop, and the screen lights up, and then you see his name, and it says, "Welcome, accepted, user, blah 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 blah, string of numbers, opening door," and then the door goes, and you can hear little bolts sliding inward, and then Adams takes the handle, pulls it downward, and then pulls the door open. Right this way, gentlemen.
I follow Kana into the room.
Did Kana walk into the room?
Kana sure did.
Okay, both of you make an endurance check.
I'm actually not bad at that. I need more dice. Hold up. There we go. Oh, shit. I dropped one.
I have no successes on this endurance roll.
I have 5.
Okay, Kana, you feel weird for about a half a second. Kind of like when your foot falls asleep, but your whole body feels that for a moment.
Hmm.
And then the feeling just passes. Sendo, you vomit. Adams already has a bucket ready for you and places it right in front of your face.
Wasn't prepared for that.
Yes. I'm sorry. I should have warned you before you stepped through the threshold.
What did that do?
Well, you see, my friends, you just stepped through time. And now you're in my bubble. before I go over the intricacies of the whole process, why don't I just introduce myself? My name is Yazir Ashim, famous professor. Nice to meet you.
Meat.
A pleasure.
Oh, my friend, my friend. I've heard so much about you, but I thought you were, you know, yeah, more of a stomach for this kind of thing.
I don't normally travel through time. Also, some cold water would be nice.
Oh, I have something even better than that. Here, take this. He passes you a little pill.
What is this?
Trust me.
Before I make an action, can I get a quick lore check as a reminder of the world we've built here? This is the person who's responsible for creating shifters, right?
Yes, and he's going to explain that to you for in a second.
Yeah, I'm not going to
take it. I'm going to take this pill for a second, and I'm just going to say, hey, Kana, can you smell this?
I'm going to try to throttle the person in front of me.
Oh, Jesus. Are you making this obvious?
Yeah, Kana's fucking pissed.
Oh, well.
Kana is blindingly angry right now.
He holds his hand out real quick and then goes, wait, and just touches your nose. Please, allow me to explain first.
You have 35 seconds or I'm biting that hand off.
Fair enough. So, I know that you may have had some opinions of me based on some hearsay that's been spreaded by my former associates. And that, my friend, is exactly why I brought you here. Because you and your mother are the key to solving everything. And I need your help. But if this turns out to end violently, it won't end well for either of us, because I'll be dead and you'll be stuck. So, care to have a seat? We have steak.
I am already stuck. Or did you forget what you did to me? Do you not remember who I am? What I am?
Do. I am explicitly aware of who and what you are. And what you are, my child, is beautiful. And I'm really sorry that the people of this period don't see that in you. But where you're from, you're absolutely normal. Please, allow me to show you. He pulls his hand away from you, and with a wave of his hand, behind his desk, you see a wall of screens all light up. And you can see fucking utopian like shit from like out of fucking like DC. It looks like fucking like Lex Luthor's like Dream City kind of shit, but without the fascism. Just skyscrapers and fucking planes and like those little tubes from Futurama of people like flying through them, but instead of the people, there's shifters of various sizes, and they all look happy. Like genuinely happy, not like we happy few kind of fake happy. You see, the thing is, you weren't created. It wasn't a science experiment. You were born in another time. And then time. Well, time splintered. And it ended up stuck here. Things happened, and we tried to rebuild. And a couple of centuries later, magic, we dabbled in that for a little bit, and it made things worse, to be honest. But you and your mother, you're particularly powerful, even in our time period. And your bodies, they adapted to the rules of this plane in a way that I think is going to be our key home. And it may be what can fix everything here. Because once the two of you have crossed over, then my hypothesis is that this world will basically revert back to where it was before we showed up.
2 questions. 1, what's a hypothesis?
An educated guess,
Second
based
question.
on facts
Second
and
question.
research. Second question.
Will it fix my mother?
I can't guarantee it, but at home, we have every possible advancement in medical and pseudo medical science ever created by mankind and shifter kind.
There is a weak hand that goes up from the floor of the room at this point where Sendo is lying, with the pill still in hand. Why didn't you just bring any of that here at any point
You're
in time?
holding some of it.
Do you want to tell me what this does?
It's basically what he handed you was Pepto-Bismol in pill form. And he explains that.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. And I tried my best to swallow the pill.
Goes down super easy.
I'm just gonna lie here on the floor if that's okay for another minute.
It'll kick in about maybe 2, 3. Give yourself some time. Take some deep breaths. You'll be fine. I promise. Oh, in regards to your second question, Kana, like I said, medical advancements, more than, well, to be honest, more than even I can fathom at times. The thing is that humanity has made strides that took millennium, which is at least 10 centuries each. Several of those. The math is honestly preposterous, but it doesn't invalidate the truth. Is that as we grew as a species and as your species grew, we collaborated. And within this collaboration, we were able to do so much work to help everyone. And your mother's condition, it's unique, but there is precedent in similar cases from our travels in other planets that we can use to quickly create a cure.
If there's a chance of fixing her, I'll take it. But if it doesn't work, you pay for it.
I'll be paying for it either way, my friend. What matters to me is that I do what's right by you and her.
All right, so a question here. Has anyone asked anyone, still not used to this, has anyone asked either of them how they feel about this at all? Because scientists do way too much without asking the right questions. As we are learning right now, all of this is awful.
Yes, time travel is Well, I don't really have anything other than the popular colloquialism of a few periods before ours. A bitch.
I am going to take several of these pills wherever I go back because we're not doing this again.
Absolutely. The feeling will pass the more you go through, but there is a reason I don't leave this bubble very often.
So what do we do from here?
Well, from here, we wait. Our agents are scouring the world right now, and give it about a day or two, we will find your mother again. And from there, we simply ship you over.
Kana.
Currently, she has only one objective, and it's not one that I am particularly opposed to.
Wait,
So you'll leave her out there because she's useful.
you gave her a mission?
No, she took the mission herself.
And that would be
To root out all of the people that had used her and her son as a scapegoat for the breaking. Her mind, when we crossed, it too splintered, but she held on to her core principles. And she held on very, very tight. She only cared about the two things: her son and righting this wrong. So she has done everything in her power to maintain enough of her humanity to, for lack of a better word, to carry this mission out.
Stop talking about her like she's on your side. Stop talking about her like she's your savior. Stop talking about her.
May I add one last thing?
Choose your words very carefully.
Your mother has no concept of sides. That's not what is important to her. As I said, it's you.
Kana wipes a tear from his eye and turns and begins to walk back towards the door. I'm leaving.
We'll be in touch, Kana.
He doesn't say anything, actually.
I have a promise to keep, so I'm just going to drag myself up from the floor and follow Kato.
By the time you get up, you feel that the effects have washed off of you, and the medicine has kicked in. Sendo, we will keep an eye on Kana to make sure that they don't disappear again. The cell that took them to begin with, Kana's mother and your combined efforts got rid of the majority of their membership. So as long as they stay within this district, we don't think anything more will happen to them. But for you, we have a lot more to talk about. So why don't you just hang out for a bit? Besides, you need some more liquids, my friend. That was a lot of vomit.
Before you do that, one. Not a buffet for weird liquids from weird places in time that I haven't been to. 2, not worried about Kana disappearing. I believe you know that I met his mother.
Mm-hmm.
She can
looks
talk.
at the screen.
She can talk, you know.
We are aware.
Then you're aware why I'm going to walk out that door.
I am aware, and I'm advising you don't, because the sickness happens on both ends. Also, we need you. Give us a few hours.
How am I going to find Kana in a few hours from now?
Rashim smiles at you, and he flicks back his hair. And then he points at another screen, and he waves his hand, and the screen shows where Kana is. At this time, Kana has already passed through the threshold, is back in the hospital, and walking towards the exit. Then he points at other screens. Every single direction Kana could be going, there's cameras. We have our eyes.
I'm just going to ask this for the sake of saying, because, what other weirdness could be happening here? If I walk through that door, you can just put me anywhere on this particular planet you think I should be.
Oh, it's not so much like teleportation, just to say, but we do have aircraft, and that's how we get around. You didn't notice when Adams came before?
Well, that was before I knew that you could walk through doors that take you through different periods of time, and that Adams was a millennia old being. I think that was the word that they used.
Yeah, millennium.
So you'll have to pardon me for saying incredulous things, because I have been subjected to incredulous things.
Well, you're more of the temperament to get the full explanation for Adam's condition. So his lifespan is it's actually not much longer than average humans. The thing is that and through about like 5 minutes of technical explanations, he explains that effectively Adams is repeatedly recruited through his original timeline and brought back and then reintroduced to this whole concept, and his former body's memories get injected to him, so he gets a little bit of the experience that he had before, and over the course of several millennium, he has more or less retained most of the memory that he's got. It's not a perfect process, but he gets the key moments, kind of like watching a recap of a really long anime.
All right. Well, ours it is. But ours.
Yes, hours. Anyway, we have all of the local favorites. Would you like crumpets, tea, biscuits, fish and chips?
What is he, British?
I would like something small. One small thing. The last thing I need to risk is eating something big and not being able to retain it.
Will grapes do?
One grape, please.
Cheryl. Yes, sir. A singular grape. Absolutely, sir. Thank you, your dear. Cheryl comes back. She's a 20-something-year-old white girl, blonde hair, green eyes. She's dressed in a recreation of a 19th century maid's outfit. And she brings you one grape on a silver platter. She removes the little top from it, and she goes, "Bon appetit, monsieur."
I have one grape. I'm assuming I don't feel terrible for having the one grape.
No, it's delicious. We have.
I'm going to have a steak.
Absolutely, sir. And she comes back. She brings you the steak. It is a perfect medium rare.
I just point the steak knife at the doctor and go, So what's this thing that you need me for?
So, here's the thing. You are one of the few promising minds of your time. And the fact of the matter is, we don't have many on hand. It's myself, Adams, to what he can remember, and Chip. The rest of our help is very... Cheryl, I hate to say this while you're in front of us, but pedestrian. Oh, no, no, boss. Your work is very important, and I just, I know it doesn't diminish the value of my own work, and I'm very happy to be of service to you. And you are absolutely correct about that, Cheryl. We do love you and appreciate you. It takes all roles to keep this operation open, and your work is valid, and we love you. Thank you, Cheryl. You're dismissed now. Absolutely, Yasir.
The moment she walks out of the room and she's out of earshot, I go, I can merge her with one of your computers if you want.
And that's exactly why we need you. Your talents are unique.
You brought me here to merge your staff with with the computers.
Well, considering that our internet is just, well, our net, um, you have had access to every single computer within this time period. And how you did that when there's no infrastructure for wiring within any of these anywhere here, because it hasn't been created yet, is beyond our comprehension, and we are very embarrassed to say that.
I just eat a piece of steak. I don't know. It just works.
Clearly.
I mean, there are numbers and math and all of that, but you already know that.
Absolutely. How else would you calculate the exact latitude and longitude of each and every computer that you've hacked?
How does this help Kana and his mom?
Because our enemies are holding some information about a few chemicals that we need in order to undo the effects that they've done to her. And this operation is not one of force. Not even Kana's mother could get through the defenses that they've set up.
You know,
But you can.
maybe.
I guarantee it.
I guess you knowing is what they pay you for, but whatever we do, we have to chemicals and equations, and computers, and changing her back to whoever she used to be and all of this other stuff.
Yes.
What about the person you were trying to rescue? What about them? What about her?
Do you not think that she would like her complete mental faculties restored to her?
Has anyone asked?
It would be possible to ask her if we could get her to stop. But until we take care of our enemies, she's not going to stop. And you know that.
then you also know that I'm one person that she would stop for. Grief.
Perhaps. But the other person just left. And while they are going through their feelings and doing what they have to do, we can do the work to help them get back to their mother. And when they reunite, I'm sure you'll be able to talk to her and ask the questions that you were asking of me.
You understand that the reason why is because if I don't, Kana will kill her.
Mm-hmm. I'm quite aware, and we can't let that happen. Which is why we're letting Kana walk on their own terms, because Kana's sense of direction is not the best.
I feel, however, that Kana will have absolutely no problem coming back here to find you if things go wrong.
Adams, open the door. Absolutely, sir.
Now that
he opens the door, and there's a different hallway on the other side.
What's in the hallway?
It's just a wood hallway. It's a really dark, like mahogany kind of wood, kind of like you would see on the bottom of a pirate ship. This bubble exists outside of the space that you're familiar with. If Kana were actually a threat to us, Kana would never find us. And that's why we need you, because the Guiding Hand Sanctum operates the same way. Your abilities can pinpoint them and maybe even lock them down long enough for us to track them, infiltrate them, and take what we need. You see what I'm saying now?
No, but if it helps Kana, then I'll help you do it.
Fabulous. Then let's get to work. Okay, and from there, I think we'll wrap up for tonight. So next time, we will go over what happens with Sen and Rashim's work. We'll catch back up with Kana, and we'll see what happened with ES and Chip.
Sounds like a plan. You gotta do the outro thing now, boss. You gotta say the stuff, say the words.
Yeah. Okay, so I have been Follow My Blade, your boy. You know, you can find me on Twitter at Follow My Blade, and it's been a great day, great show. I'm happy to have been here. It's been my pleasure to host TideBreaker All Black Everything. I'm going to pass the mic over to our boy Foxy.
Hi, folks.
Talk to him.
I'm Foxy. I'm on Twitter at Foxy Eternal, FLXXII. Eternal spelled the way it normally is. Next time you'll see me anywhere on the internet is Tuesday, probably. Over on TTRPG, finalizing Starship Troopers, Guns, Bugs, and Steel. And then you'll catch me the next day right back over here for the next episode of With the Will. For more wholesome Digimon vibes, stay tuned, and thank you to my fellow cast members for making this episode fucking count. Passing it over to my co-conspirator, Sin.
Hi, my name is Senziek, and I have been Schema. I will be visiting everyone on the interwebs also on Tuesdays, playing more boss runs in Hollow Knight, because how else do I express how much I truly just enjoy pain? My masochism knows no bounds.
Yikes.
I'm on the internet as Senziek Beta on Twitter if you want to see me talk about all of the things. And it's been a wonderful time to be here, and Kana's my favorite.
Anything you want to plug, boss man?
No, I've got nothing. I'm going to be at Gen Con doing the whole Diana Jones finalist thing. So if you're in Indianapolis on the 3rd, come see me at the award ceremony. And I'll be running TideBreaker on I believe Wednesday and Friday. But we'll get back to the times. I'll post them on Twitter. But yeah, if you're in town, holla at your boy.
All right, let me do your fucking job for you. She clearly can't fucking do it. First off, if you clearly haven't had enough Tiebreaker, if you're enjoying the story in this game, come back here in not one, but and not in two, but in exactly 4 weeks. As the next time we will be here, our lovely esteemed GM and one of our cast members will be over at Gen Con, enjoying and having a great time over there. So if you're there, we'll see you there. If not, we won't see you there, but we'll see you back here in exactly 1 month's time for what will be the finale session of Tiebreaker All Black Everything. And if you personally don't have enough Tiebreaker in your life and have not already backed the game, got yourself a PDF and a backer kit, Nick, tell them where they can get that real quick.
You can find the website at TideBreakerRPG.com. You can find the PDF, so you can back us, do a late backers, a late backer on our backer kit website, which the link is in my bio on the Twitter. So if you go to twitter.com/followmyblade, click the tiebreaker.rpg.backerkit.com/hosted pre-orders, and that's where you can get a PDF, you can get a hardcover, you can get our hoodie. I just got my hoodie. Check this out. It's just pretty baller. See?
Lower it. You should lower it. Lower it a little bit more.
Yeah,
a little bit more. Yeah, slow pan. Yeah. Fucking incredible.
Backside's got the logo on it. This is limited edition for Kickstarter backers only. So if you want some of this, please do a late pledge while supplies last. But yeah, join the Discord. Discord link is also in my bio. And, for real, though, that's really all I got.
There you go. Proper plug. Friends, thank you for hanging out. We're going to throw our raid over to the friend of the channel and dear esteemed love of ours, Ollie Peach Senpai, who's playing some Spiritfarer. Go show her some love. Say hey. We've been Tiebreaker All Black Everything. This has been Neon Lights Roleplay. And you all have been incredible. Please take care. Mwah.